Hey, if you're looking for a video that will take you step by step on how to decorate a unique vintage cake, this is the video for you. Welcome to Auntie's Cakery. I'm Auntie, so glad you can join me today. As you can see, I'm in the process of stacking and icing a 6-inch cake. It is also 6-inch tall, because tall cakes are very popular right now. It's a red velvet cake with cream cheese icing in the middle and American buttercream spread on the outside. I'll do a nice crumb coat and then stick it in the fridge for 20 to 30 minutes. Then I'm going to put a beautiful layer of peach buttercream. Then I stick it in the fridge again for about an hour. I want the icing nice and firm when I start to decorate. As a professional cake decorator, I like to mark the cake where I'm going to pipe. So here I have a piece of register tape that I have cut in that U shape. I'm going to use a little toothpick and mark the cake. I'm also going to put little holes at the top and the bottom where I'm going to be piping other decorations. And now it's time to pipe! This is my favorite part! Starting with a large tip, a 6B. And again, I am using American buttercream to pipe this specific design. Starting at the bottom of the cake where my first mark is, I'll do a little tiny shell. And as I squeeze the piping bag, I'm rotating the tip. And as I get to the center of this barrel, I'm just adding more pressure to the bag so it's a little larger than on the ends. And I count as I do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fix that little end there. Now I'm going to pipe some ruffles. Here I have a number 104 flower tip. And here you can see I have the thin side facing out and the thick side against the cake. And very carefully I'm going to go up and down like little shark teeth. And I am piping this in real time so you can see it does take a minute. And I'm staying along that marked guide that I made. Just makes these swags look a little more even and professional. Here I just sped up the video a little bit. I do not pipe this fast. But you do that all around the cake. With that same tip, I'm going to pipe some ruffles down at the bottom. And here I'm doing a back and forth motion. Again, the large side of the tip is against the cake and the small is facing outward. Just follow along those barrels. If you're liking this video so far, the way I explain the speed at which I pipe, will you please leave me a comment or a thumbs up so I know to make more videos like this? Thank you so much! Now I'm going to do some little ruffles on the top, using the same number 104 tip. As I go toward the center, I'm moving them outward just a little bit so it hangs off the cake. When I got finished with this cake, I posted it on Facebook to give it away free to a neighbor. And it just so happened that my neighbor just a few houses away had a little daughter who was having a birthday. So she just loved her little quote-unquote princess cake. I am going to do a second layer of ruffles using that same number 104 tip. I'll carefully place these right on top of that first layer of ruffles. I've heard people tell me that when they try to pipe a cake, it's very stressful for them. It does just the opposite for me. I love it. It is so relaxing and peaceful for me. Let's do a third layer of ruffles, shall we? But this time I am switching the tip to a number 102 flower tip. It is much smaller than the 104. Look at that cute little ruffle design. Do a third layer right on top of those other two. Using that same tip, I'm going to make a small layer on the bottom, and I'm using an up and down motion to create these ruffles. And by doing this layer in between the barrel and the big ruffles, it kind of hides that little space in between. That's another professional tip. Put some teeny ruffles on top also, and this really makes it look like a flower on top with all those little petals. Switching tips again to another serrated tip. This is a $1.99 in Sunny Side Up Bakery. I'm going to pipe little shells right where all those ruffles meet. And again, I've marked the cake where I want to do the large shells on top. Kind of like a little fleur-de-lis shape, I think. One large shell going from top to bottom, then two going from the side and meeting in the middle. And again, I will do that all around the cake. That one wasn't quite large enough. Put a little extra swipe there. Beautiful! That one was too small also, so give it another little pipe. Going to a smaller star tip, a number 18. Pipe little sea scrolls right on top of those shells. I start in the center of the shell, go outward, around, and down. Again on the other side, and then I'm going to do a little loop up here. Really makes them pop, don't you think? And as an afterthought, I'm going to add a loop down here also, and go back and do it to the others as well. Was that a good choice? What do you think? The next design element I'm going to create are big puffs on top of the cake. Again, I'm using my large 6B tip, puffing 1, 2, 3, 4. I like to count so they're approximately the same size. placing them in every other C shape. I don't show it on the video, but in between I decided to pipe little ones. Now I'm switching back to the 199 serrated tip, piping little shells right in between those other design elements. Back to the 18 star tip, just little stars to clean up all those ends. I'm also going to put a little star where these little fleur-de-lis patterns are. And here is the finished cake. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. If you decide to create a cake yourself, I would love to see it. I love to see you guys' creations. Until next time, bye.